how to stop overthinking and just go talk to her. I know that we've all been in this situation where we see a girl we want to talk to, we're nervous about it, we overthink, what if this happens? What if this person judges me? What if she rejects me? What do I say if she says this? What if she has a boyfriend? And we end up never taking action. And that leads to a cycle of inaction that leads to loneliness over the course of the rest of our lives. And so how do we handle that situation so that we don't overthink and we be a guy that we're proud of, that can go for what he wants, doesn't overthink, and we can eliminate overthinking from our lives forever? I'm going to give you 3 practical tips in this video that will help you eliminate overthinking and not just think your way out of overthinking, because obviously you can't do that. Step number 1 is to catch yourself overthinking the little things. It's not a high stakes situation. I know it feels like it's not a big deal, bro. Just because I overthink when I'm ordering my steak versus my sushi, or I'm overthinking whatever my coffee order is for the day. Just because I overthink that doesn't mean that it's a big deal. It's just a small thing. But being the last one to order, not knowing what you want, being indecisive in your day-to-day life is the reason that you're overthinking. You're literally practicing on a daily basis. So something I did when I was 18 and I knew I wanted to be more decisive was I started making decisions on stuff that didn't really matter first. I just started making these decisions and not really giving a fuck. So when I would go to a restaurant, for example, the first thing I saw on the menu, I would order that shit. It was like the first thing I saw that looked even decent. I'm not thinking about, oh, what if it's not the best thing? Well, yeah, what if it isn't the best thing? That's fine. It's not a big deal. And so by catching yourself in these low stakes spots and not overthinking and being more decisive when it doesn't matter, you're more likely to be decisive when it does. And that's incredibly important. You need to be a guy that is just decisive. It's like at work when it's time to do a little bit of extra work. If you're the type of guy that's going to volunteer to do some extra work, work some overtime, put in more effort into his career, you're going to be more likely to be a guy that shows up when pressure is higher. When you make the effort to be a guy that does the basics right, it is so much better for you in the long run. So that's step number 1. Catch yourself being indecisive in those small moments so you can be decisive in the bigger moments. Step 2 is a mindset shift. If you want to be more decisive and overthink less and just go talk to the girl, you need to be willing to accept an outcome that isn't ideal. A lot of overthinking comes from perfectionism. You're trying to do things perfectly. What if I don't say the perfect opener? What if she gives me a response I'm not ready for? Well, the fact is, life is unpredictable, and all the best things in life come to people that just go for what they want and they figure it out along the way. And by needing to have everything planned out beforehand, you're actually subtly telling your own mind, I'm not capable, I'm not competent enough to handle a situation that I haven't accounted for. And that's not very good. That's not very good self-image building, right? You're telling yourself, if I'm in a situation I'm uncomfortable with, I will fail. And if you talk to yourself like that, you treat yourself like that, you're going to be lower confidence, and that's not going to help you with women either. So you need to accept that things will not go your way, and you need to embrace the unknown. Embrace that you don't know what's going to happen and that the outcome might not be ideal, but if it's not, you will live. You will live on. You need to accept the ego hit of things might not go perfectly. It's okay. And I talk about this in my programs, which you can apply to join New Coaching Program 2025 down below in the description. In my programs, I talk about the true meaning of confidence. Confidence comes from you not knowing what's going to happen and being okay with that outcome. That's where confidence comes from. It doesn't take confidence to know exactly what's going to happen in every situation and then take action. If I knew for a fact that starting my coaching business would make me a ton of money and make me super successful, which I still don't even know yet, by the way, I'm still just taking action and things are looking good, but they're not guaranteed. If I knew that for sure, it wouldn't be very brave of me, would it? It wouldn't be a very confident thing to do. It would be the safe thing to do. So inherently, the brave, confident, badass thing that you can do, you will not know what the outcome is. That is inherently how life works. And so you need to accept that you will not get the ideal outcome, and that's okay, because no matter what happens, you're going to be fine. Now, step number 3 to stopping overthinking and just asking her the fuck out is when you see the girl, make it an expectation that things will not go as planned. So now we're not only accepting that things might not be ideal, but we're also expecting things won't go as planned. We're not expecting a rejection. That's negative future projection. We don't want to do that. But what we want to do is expect things will not go how we think they will, okay? Some guy's gonna butt in. There's gonna be, her friend is gonna show up. We're gonna have to deal with some sort of social situation we probably, or we might not, have been in before. And we need to trust our faculties and our basics of how do we communicate with people. This is why building up social confidence and social skills is so important, because it's not just about practicing your opener and practicing the game you're running on the girl. It's about being thrown into random social situations that come up and being able to handle those. If you're in sales, you know that objections are expected. You can't go into a sales call being like, okay, I'm gonna get no objection. If there's an objection, it's okay. The objection is expected. If a girl shit tests me, it's expected. If something doesn't go my way, it's expected. If she's not 100% sure about me, okay, cool. I wouldn't be sure about myself either. It's expected. It's okay. I trust that I can handle these situations because no matter what happens, first of all, I know I'm gonna grow from it. I'm gonna learn from it. I'm gonna get better because I'm just that type of guy. I have that standard for myself, which you can set that standard too. It doesn't take a special person to set a standard of if something doesn't go my way, I'll learn from it and get better. But also, if things don't go your way and things don't go as planned, that's an exciting new opportunity to work on your improvisational skills, to work on your social skills, to work on your confidence. Because we talked about it earlier, you don't have confidence by being in situations you're 100% comfortable in. That's not how you build confidence. And so if you want to be a more confident guy, a guy that doesn't give a fuck, a guy that isn't overthinking, that's more decisive people don't know that things are gonna go their way. They know they're gonna be okay if they don't. That's what decisiveness is. So if you wanna be more decisive, just understand it's gonna be okay no matter what. Now that doesn't mean don't make smart decisions, but it does mean that if things don't go your way, you will be fine. And that is how you can be more decisive, stop overthinking, and just go fucking talk to the girl, all right? Next time you see her, I want you to go. And I want you to let me know down in the comments if this video helped you. I'll see you guys in the next one.